In this question, we've got a circle centered at 3 minus 2. We've got a tangent for it, and we're given the equation. Then we're being asked to work out the equation for the circle. Now we can write down the following straight away. X minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals r squared. So the question is really just what is r squared? Now, one way we can solve this, I'm just going to kind of talk through the idea in advance of doing it, is that we've got a tangent. The normal to this will go through the center and will be at right angles. And so if I can work out the gradient of the tangent, I can work out the gradient of the normal. Because I've got a point, I can work out the equation of the normal, and then I can work out the point of intersection from which I can get the radius, because if I have 2 points, I can work out the distance between them. So quite a lot of steps, but that's the logical argument for it. There's another way we can do it, which I'll cover afterwards. So first of all, I'm going to do this first method, and it's going to be to get the gradient of the tangent. Now I can rewrite it. Remember, it's here, 3y plus x equals 7, so we can write 3y is equal to minus x plus 7. So y is equal to minus a third x plus 7 over 3. And m, the gradient, is equal to minus a third. For the normal, we then take the negative reciprocal, and m is going to be 3. From which we can use y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. I always advise using this form of the straight line and graph equation, because you don't have to worry about rearranging an equation, or well, you will, but to get c, like c automatically is it's not even needed, because you just use, it's called gradient point form. You just substitute your gradient in and you substitute your point in. So your point is the center in this case, because that's where the normal is going through. It's going to become y minus minus 2 is equal to 3 x minus 3. So y plus 2 is 3x minus 9. Y is 3x minus 11. Okay, that leaves me with two equations. We've got 3y plus x equals 7 for the tangent, this line outlined, and then the normal is this one here. Y is equal to 3x minus 11, and the green arrow is showing where they intersect. So I just need to solve these simultaneous equations. You can do this using various methods because of the way they're written out. Actually, well, I've written it like this anyway. I'm going to use substitution. I'm going to replace this y by 3x minus 11. You can use elimination if you prefer, which is when you start adding and subtracting simultaneous equations. You just need to have them in the right format. But this is going to become 3 lots of 3x minus 11 plus x equals 7. So 9x minus 33 plus x equals 7. That means 10x equals 40 and x equals 4. To get the y value, we substitute back into either one. Let's put it back into this one. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 11 is going to be 1. So this point here is 4, 1. And we can just check it in the other one. We're going to get 3 plus 4 is 7. Yes, it works. From this, we can work out the radius. And the easiest way is to actually use the graph. So to go from 3 to 4, we're just going along 1. To go from minus 2 to 1, we're going up 3. And therefore, the radius is going to be 1 squared plus 3 squared using Pythagoras, square rooted, which is the square root of 10. And therefore, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared is going to equal r squared, which is 10. And that's our answer. Now, if you want to go a bit more careful, I drew it from the graph, but you can also, remember, use your general formula for Pythagoras given 2 points, y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared, square rooted. That will give me that same answer down here. Okay, that's method one. A lot of things to do, but I hope you're happy with that. And once it's being able to look at this question and realize that's what you need to do. Although there is a second method that I'm now going to talk about, because we've got our equation of our circle in terms of r squared, and remember from before we've got this is the equation of our tangent. Now the second way of doing this question is to note that the tangent meets the circle, or any tangent meets the circle, just in one place. And therefore, if you try and construct a simultaneous equation by combining the circle and the tangent, it will only have one solution, a repeated root. And that means the discriminant will equal 0. So this is method 2. Discriminant equals 0. What I can do is I can make x the subject. I think I had x a subject, but maybe not, I don't know. But x is equal to 7 minus 3y. And I can then substitute this in to the first equation and then look at the discriminants. Because at the moment, we've got an equation with 3 unknowns. So we can't solve that, but we have this extra piece of information. So it's going to be 7 minus 3y minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals r squared. That means 4 minus 3y squared plus y plus 2 squared equals r squared. Be really careful. You can't be, square rooting here or anything. They are separate terms. We're adding things. We need to expand this out. We're going to get 4 times 4. We're going to get 4 times minus 3, but doubled as minus 24y plus 9y squared. That's that first bracket. Plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 equals r squared. Let's tidy this up. 10y squared from here. And then I got minus 24y plus 4y. That's going to be minus 20y. And then plus 20 minus r squared is equal to 0. And now we use this fact that b squared minus 4ac must equal 0. Because that's going to mean that minus 20 squared minus 4 times 10 times c. Now c is this entire bit here, 20 minus r squared. That is equal to 0. And we've gone to having an equation in r squared. Now, there's similar levels of difficulty, isn't it? I'm not saying this way is easier or harder, it's just different. But being aware of both is useful, I think. Being able to tackle problems in different ways and have an understanding of both. So that's going to give us 400 minus 40 times 20 is going to be 800. And then minus 40 times minus r squared is going to become plus 40r squared equals 10. And I can see it about to work. We're going to get that 40r squared is equal to 400. R squared is equal to 10. And actually, that's all I need, because that's the bit that I put back into here. It's going to be 10. Okay, well done for watching this second solution. I've given 2 methods for solving this problem. Bit of a challenging problem, but if we follow the steps logically, I hope it makes sense.